Peace to the gods and goddesses. First and foremost, I know you see the characters I had right here in the beginning. That some of these characters I'm gonna talk about, some of these characters I've already talked about. The ones I've already talked about, they're just there to be up there, so you can know I've talked about their ass. Okay, they don't even play them no mind. But we're gonna get into Sexy Red Eyes. I believe that's her name, but we ain't really gonna touch on her that much because she is what she is. She gonna do what she do. She just trying to get to the money, right? And I ain't gonna say too much on that. I'm gonna leave that alone. But I mean, she has a whole example that she's putting out for the young ladies, and well, you know, that's all I'm saying. Like, you got young ladies watching you. Parents, it's up to you though. It ain't up to her to change her content. So I gotta say that first and foremost. Parents, you don't want your kid to learn this stuff, or you don't want your child to see that. Hey, put your parental locks on. You feel me? So they can't see that kind of stuff, and then you ain't gotta worry about it, right? Problem solved. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about this real quick, because I'm gonna talk about these people. And hey, man, that's what I'm here to do. But before I do that, I gotta have my own little ritual. I'm not gonna make y'all go through it, but I'm gonna do my own little ritual real quick that I have to do for myself. And I'll be back, and we'll get into this lesson. You understand what I'm saying?
Rappers, don't be listening to these trappers. Don't be listening to these rappers. Rappers don't talk about shit no more.
Right. Cut it short because I feel like I got my energy that I want to be in, space I want to be in. I'm here, so let's be peaceful real quick while I come at you with this one because it's gonna be it's gonna be some deep channeling. Plus, I got some stuff that I want to talk about that I written down. Um, so first and foremost, um, give divine hours to the sun, the cosmos, source energy, which is yourself. Know that you are a divine being. Know that your divinity comes from within, which is nine ether energy, which is feminine based energy. Right? You come from a council of nine energies. That's cosmically. Here on this plane, you can tie yourself back to anybody damn near nine ether can tie themselves back to what is known as in the scripture the darkness upon the earth. They were talking about an energy cycle at that time. We were at our lowest point. darkness upon the earth. Also being that we, nine ether beings, carbonated, carbon, not carbonated, but carbon beings, plant angels, uh, magical beings, giants. There's so many, we have so many titles and names that we can use to tie ourselves to here. Um, but one that we cannot use as being nine ether beings. And I'm not here to knock anybody for what they believe. You've been tricked into believing something. And I'm here to let you know you are not children of Israel. Hmm? You are not Israelites. That is not what this one is going to be about, though. That's not what this is about. I know right now some of y'all mad. Y'all finna be clicking off. No, I'm talking about these rappers and things of that nature. So we're gonna get into a whole lot of stuff. I feel like if I'm gonna drop a little tea on some of this stuff, man, I'm also gonna chop it up with you, and we're gonna get down to some real cosmic, you know, some real cosmic shit as well. Because shit, if you gonna listen to the bullshit, you might as well listen to some real cosmic shit as well, huh? You might as well keep it on both sides. I mean, I can give you a little bit of both. I can show you how I can go back and forth. I'm gonna go back and forth with this shit. And I'm gonna tie this shit in to how it affects us as a people. Okay? Right? 'Cause I mean, y'all so locked in to Ernesto and Shirley and Melly and Will and Jada, Taylor Swift. They got another one. He just died. Y'all finna be invested in that too. What's the dude's name? Matthew Perry. Yeah, Matthew Perry. Yeah, so it's so many of these things that they're using to control your energy and to see how you're gonna react because this is all an experiment, right? I'm gonna break down some of these words for you, this wordplay, so you'll know that it's an experiment and that you're just being toyed with. Hmm? Okay, so all right, we broke down. I didn't break this down right. I broke down some of this. You got name, right? That's what you say. You pronounce it. You pronounce name. Hmm? But the powers that be, when they pronounce it N N me. You get that? And then they have you sign your nature away, right? Using your signature. I know I don't know if you heard that before. Some of y'all may have, some of you may not have. But this is what you do when you're using your signature. Using your signature, actually, they've taught you to use cursive, right? You use cursive writing, and when you're using cursive writing, you are cursing or curse I've, right? Cursing yourself. You're telling the people, I curse myself, so do whatever you want to with me. I am your enemy. Have your way. This is what they say. This is what that says. Hmm? Okay. So, with that, with that being said, with that little piece of tidbit of information being said, I'm not trying to throw you off about how you feel about the government or which way you should vote or how you should do this or that. Let me ask you a question. How many of you thought that the MAGA was making America great again? How many of you thought that that was um, about political shit? Did you really think that that was about political shit? Hmm? Okay, we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back to that because I want you to just marinate on that for a minute, all right? Because the first thing I really need to give you before we go any further, I need to give you what you came here for. You came to find out about. A lot of you are here just right now to hear what I got to say about Shirnesto and the Millie and the things of that nature. And I'm going to tell you right this minute. I'm not going to play around with you anymore. Okay, my good people. You don't have to worry. You don't have to play. But before I can give you anything, I got to give you what it say. Huh? I say don't be messing with these rappers. Rap. That's what I be saying, right? Okay, rap. Let me get in this first. Rap. Also, it's hip hop or hip hop, also known as rap and formerly known as disco rap, is a genre of popular music that originated in the 1970s by African Americans in the Bronx, right? That's what Wikipedia says. We're gonna come back to Wikipedia. So now, this is what Google says about rap. Google says, while the term rap is often said to stand for rhythm and poetry, this is actually a backronym, meaning that the term, come on, let's get to it. Meaning that the term rap in context of hip hop music does not officially stand for rhythm and poetry. This is a popular backronym or a retrofit acronym that has been used to describe the art form of rap music. Okay, all of that is bullshit, right? While it is creative and fitting description, rap itself has a different etymology. The word rap in context of music has its origin in African and African American vernacular. Hold on, let me get to it. It has been used for centuries, right? That's what it says. It has been used for centuries. Rap is a conversation. So they have taken the word rap and have turned it into a whole genre or some shit that it not really is. Rap used to be teaching. You would sit down with one another and you would rap about the things that were going on. That was conversation. You understand? So when I say don't be listening to these rappers, I'm not necessarily always talking about the people that you see in videos on music. Some of these people that rap claim to be preachers, teachers. It's just rap. It ain't real at all. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. You feel me? This is why I needed to break down rappers and what we're saying. Don't be listening to these rappers because a lot of these motherfuckers is actors. All right. So we're going to move straight on into it. I'm done talking about uh, Melly. I ain't got nothing to say about him. I said what I was going to say about Red. If you don't want your kids to listen to her or follow her, block her videos because you know her stuff is trashy, right? She's not in goddess mode. So you only setting your child up to be, what's the word? Traffic. Shit. You're setting her up to be in a mindset of using only what she sees instead of what she has, period. You get me? Because she's a whole goddess. It's not just about what she has. That's a facade. That doesn't last. That is a vessel that she is in and she don't realize it. You know? She's a whole. I mean, it is what it is, man. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm done with it. Anyway, back to these preachers, these rappers, these teachers, these wizards that aren't being godly at all, but they say that they are men of the cloth. Hmm? Then we have these people who claim to be indigenous, and they are not. They call you wabos, wannabes, and things, knowing damn well they could produce none of you. They want to say that you began in Africa. They didn't do their research about this shit at all. They don't know anything about this plain tea. They know nothing about it at all. They're just following the script that you are in. Hmm? The E stands for entering. The script, you are entering. They use words. They play with the words. They play so much with these words. And if you don't know, you'll be lost. You gotta squint. You gotta use your glasses. Because they got a whole lot of subliminal messages that they're not telling you about, things that they're doing that you're not catching, things that's happening right in front of your face. Hmm? Right in front of your face, my people. Like for 1 week that I'll talk about, one of today is Sunday, right? Today is Sunday, October 29th. In 2 days, 2 days time is gonna be some of the biggest rituals of them all. Halloween, Halloween. And kids love it. They have the kids loving it because it's so full of sugar and sweetness. They burn big fires, big bonfires, harnessed all that energy in the moon. And you say that you're not into black magic or you're not into rituals. Hmm? You're a whole spook, but you scared of demons and goblins and shit. But you celebrate this shit every year. Every year somebody becomes somebody that they want to be. And you're teaching your kids to become AI. I'm just saying, man. those of you who went to church today, y'all had communion. You participated in a bloody sacrifice. You became a whole hellish being today because you took blood of thy blood, flesh of thy flesh. I guess a Sky Daddy would require you to take blood of the blood, flesh of the flesh. But the Most High within says, no, 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 you don't need that. That's unnecessary. This bloody sacrifice that makes you hellish beings. Killing of animals, eating of animals and things. And we all have a lot to work on. I'm bad at it myself. I have a lot to work on. But the fact is, the minute you realize that you are a hellish being and you start backing off of it, figuring out what's the hell you're supposed to be because you're a whole plant angel. And when you realize that you're a whole plant angel, you start thinking, oh, I'm supposed to be terraforming the earth. That's what I'm here for. You are too. Hmm? We're going to go through this experience together. I'm going to show you how you are a plant angel and how it all started. And this is what you're supposed to be doing. And you've just fallen asleep on your job. On the job, sleep. You have become what is known as, what do they do when motherfuckers fall asleep on the job and shit? They fire their ass, but first they're called insubordinate. Yeah, you have become insubordinate in your duty. And I'm here to help you regain your status. Right? So first and foremost, some of the first things that you have to do, if you haven't watched my TikTok, where I went outside and you've seen me grounding and I'm chopping it up with you in the sun, get out there in the sun. Take your shoes off. If you can get naked, God damn it, get naked. In the sun. Lay in the sun. Put your feet in the grass. I ain't saying take your ass to jail. Get naked. That ain't what I'm saying. But I'm saying put on as less clothes as you possibly can when you're out in the sun. Let your skin take in all that delicious vitamin D. Hmm? And you're gonna start seeing that you're more electrical. You move a little more. Things become a little more easy. A little less stressful. You then start thinking of what do you need, what can you do to continue this feeling? And this is gonna cause you to want to eat better. And it's a challenge. It's a challenge. Well, I promise you, Ralph, man, he does real good. He got that 7-day vegan challenge. If look, if you're really, really trying to get 100% down to it, do the 7-day vegan challenge. You're gonna drop weight like a motherfucker. I promise you. You're gonna lose your weight. You're gonna lose weight. You're gonna lose your weight. But I guarantee you, you're gonna be the healthiest that you've ever been. Get off of this pork, get off all this motherfucking processed food, leave this beef alone. Stop eating the majority of this chicken. I can't say, I mean, because you're gonna eat it. I know it, because I'm battling this shit myself. I'm no better than you. It's a struggle to stay off of this fucking chicken, but you gotta stay off this chicken too. And then you gotta really pretty much stay off of all the protein. Leave that shit. You don't need that shit. You really don't. You get on the right minerals and vitamins and things and fruits and stuff, and you'll have enough to be fine. You're supposed to be uh, eating to live, not living to eat. You're supposed to be maintaining your exercise so you can be at your tip top shape. I know some of y'all saying, how do you do that if you're not eating correctly? Because for one, I didn't say get no whole gym where you're working out. I didn't say do this. I ain't say do any of that. None of that. Workout. Don't need none of that. I said, I said, start doing you some calisthenics. Hmm? A bunch of jumping jacks, some push ups, some sit ups. Get yourself in shape. Challenge yourself. Elevate your heart rate. Get that blood to pumping. Prepare yourselves. Because there's something coming. And we're going to talk about that too. So much to talk about. So little time to do it. Okay. So let me get down to this shit, man. I done broke down what rap is for you and how we gonna get into it, right? So rap is the form of teaching. When they came out back in the 70s, and they was rap hip hop, hippity hippity hip hoppity hip hop, rapping to the that shit. When they came out with that, there was lessons in that shit. There was, hey, what is the motherfucking shit? It was called The Message. It was lessons through all the rap back in the days. You hear me? Youngsters, y'all who don't know, it was lessons throughout this shit. Y'all done took this shit and turned it into something that it's not supposed to be. The message is not supposed to be about killing one another and popping every fucking drug that you find. The message is supposed to be about what can we do to better ourselves, to make this better for ourselves. And we are in light code lockdown. When they knew that we were breaking their fucking light code lockdown with music, then they set out an agenda to shut us down. And I'm going to expose these people that they're using to shut us down. That is my agenda because they have a whole another agenda. They want to see us at the bottom. I want to see us rise to the top. We are the bubbles at the bottom of the fucking soda. What does it do? Foam up at the top? That's us. That's where we need to be. Hmm? I don't know how else to explain that. We need to be light as a feather. The foam at the top of the soda. We are that. The greatness. That. That's us. Hmm? So, y'all, so I don't know why y'all done got caught up in Shirnesto. Shirnesto. Do y'all not see how that's working out? Like I told you about Melly and how that's gonna work out, right? Like in my opinion, this is all my opinion. I don't know too many of the facts, and I don't care to know too many of the facts, but I do know some of the facts, and I'm gonna tell you the facts that I know about the Melly shit. He might end up with a mistrial. He's gonna have to be in that double. They ain't gonna be able to fuck with him no more, but they gonna get Borderland ass. Hmm? And when they get Borderland ass, then they gonna come back and say, "Fuck the double jeopardy shit. Give me that nigga." That's what I think is gonna happen, right? But one of them is ordained and the other one's not. One's a Mason and the other one's not. It is what it is. Hmm? Okay, so let's get to it. Straight to it. Right down to it. Let's talk to about the Shirley shit. Y'all don't fucking see that Shirley was given fucking $5 million contract. She was renewed. Steve paid her the fuck off. Hmm? Y'all don't see she got paid the fuck off. Steve gave her a job well done. Thank you. You took care of my garbage, my nigga. Thank you very much. Huh? Y'all don't see that shit? Shirley is the Monet in the situation, man. Come on, I know y'all watch Power. Y'all see how smooth motherfucking Monet act and how she did that shit? Monet played like she was stupid too. Like she didn't know a goddamn thing. Huh? The whole time she was making all the motherfucking moves and decisions and shit. She even got rid of that nigga. Y'all better watch the goddamn show. She killed that nigga off too. To clear her own shit. Oh, sound familiar? Only thing missing is the motherfucking murder. She ain't killed a motherfucker. Oh. Hmm. Everybody gotta have a fall guy somewhere. You feel me? We know Steve is dirty. Steve is dirty as a motherfucking. Well, come on, man. He dirty as a motherfucking baby, motherfucking pamper. Shitty boo boo all day long. Nigga dirty as a motherfucker. Hosting Family Feud and shit. Family Feud, get that. Why would you want to be the host of that? The name, the title of it. Why is it titled Family Feud? Why y'all gotta be fighting? Why can't it just be Family Word Game? I'm just saying. You know, call me crazy. Say what you want to. It's okay. It's all right. I'm good with it. But it's gonna make sense to those who know. The real's gonna realize. The real is gone. So yeah, that nigga Steve be all cap all day. Right. So he gave Shirnesto. And if you think for a second that Nesto's not gonna see any of that motherfucking money, you a fool. They're gonna pay him to shut him up. Hmm? Boy, he taking a fall for some of the shit that they had going on that got busted, got popped. Come on, man. His name was on the shit for a reason. They set him up with that here, man. Put this shit together, man. If it don't work, then it don't work, nigga. We'll see you later. Don't put us in the shit because we gave you the money. Huh? For real, man. Come on, stop it. Gang recognized gang. Huh? How many of you motherfuckers excuse me, I'm sorry, man. Hmm? For real. It's a payoff. That's all I'm saying. It's a payoff. Leave it at that. Okay. Now let's get off into this lesson, man. Get off into this. Show back. Show back. Nine times for the Rams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Greater energy rise. Back to it. Back to it. Back to it. Back to it. I'm not gonna light the candle because I don't want to be stimulating the root today because it's not gonna be of the root. We're just gonna chop it up in some of the realness for the next few minutes. Right, right. So that's what we were. We break down some words. Right. I talked about the rap. I talked about the teaching and what it's supposed to be, what it is. We did that. How it broke down, how it's really wizardry. I think I broke that down. Okay. We talked about how the darkness was upon the earth and how that's us. Right. Right. You realize that, right? That's us. We were going through a dark cycle. At the same time as being the nine ether beings that were upon the plane. There were no other beings besides us at that time. This was the introduction of other beings to this plane. I don't have my glasses. And as you can see, this is a Holy Bible. I didn't bring my glasses down here with me. So I'm going to do a lot of little squint because the words are small as hell. It says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. I'm reading the shit slow because I want to make sure I don't miss a word. It says, and the earth was without form. Without form. That would be flat. Hmm? Wouldn't it? Peace and love. That would be flat, right? Say it ain't. That's without form. It's flat. Peace, y'all. Right? Without form. Then it goes on and says, and darkness was upon the earth. So somebody's lying. Hmm? Because NASA tells us that this is a ball, that we're on a mud ball floating, we're moving in this kind of motion through the universe. We have a moon, we're moving with other planets in this type of motion through the universe. That's contrary to this. I didn't write it. This is just what they give you to read. I didn't write it. This is the King James Version. I didn't write it. They give it to you to read. This is what you're supposed to be on. As a person, to be a virtuous person, this is what you're supposed to be on. This is what you're supposed to believe. There are words in this book that the Masons play with. There's a whole language that they use in court called legalese that they use out of here and in there, all of this is all coincide. It goes together to lead you astray, to have you in the race, which is itself a man-made construct. Okay. Okay. In biological taxonomy, race is an informal rank in which taxonomical or taxonomic hierarchy. Okay, we know what that is. Taxonomic. So taxonomic would be economic taxes. Taxonomic hierarchy for which various definitions exist. Sometimes it is used to denote a level below that of subspecies, while at other times it is used in synonym for subspecies. 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 What is a subspecies? Biological classifications. Subspecies. Which is why I be telling you, race is just a label because you are a species. They said that you are a subspecies, but you are a species nonetheless, right? There are different species, not different races. The race is what they want you to run, which is why you, as a carbonated non-ether being, have to run the fastest, jump the hardest, jump the highest, run the hardest. They know what you are, just like I do, just like I've been telling you. Biology 101. You just gotta believe it. You gotta remember, you're a whole god too. From January till December, you just gotta remember. You gotta remember. For real, baby. You gotta remember. You're a whole god. Hmm? They got you believing that you're not. They got you thinking that you're something that you're not. They got you thinking that you are in a race. And then when you know that you are better than them in this race, you become a racist. See the wordplay? Hmm? Oh, and don't get too motherfucking comfortable and go to talking about some other shit, because then you become anti-Semitic and things of that nature. Then you really fucked, because that's what they like to do. First time you want to challenge somebody from shitting on you, then all of a sudden you're anti. And you can't be something anti. We're not gonna play with that word. I ain't gonna play with that one at all because I don't want them to be fucking with me on that. I ain't got time for it. We're trying to learn. We're trying to make the energy rise, the vibration, trying to get your frequency higher. You understand? That's what this is about. These videos are for educational purposes. For anybody who resonate with me and hearing what I gotta say and feeling what I'm saying, because they knowing that I'm talking some real shit, right? That's what these videos are for. I make these for me to watch back later on to keep myself on track. And if in part it helps somebody else, hey, I'm all for it. Like I say, it's a journey for us. Peace to my reflections. Mm. Peace to the guys and goddesses on here on the Plain T Planet Kai. Yeah. Peace to uh, those who know about the weird jaguar, mm, the Omix. Peace to you, Tuttle Sheep. Mm. I hope you can see it. I hope you can see it. You feel me? Peace to y'all. Peace to y'all. Real talk. We know what we're here to do. Fam. Okay, so getting back to it. Back to it. Back to it. Back to it. I just showed y'all in where it says in here, darkness was upon the earth. That is talking about us, nothing more. This most definitely. I used to say that this isn't a textbook, but yes, this is a Masonic textbook all day long. It will teach you some spells. It'll teach you some rituals. It'll teach you some things that they are planning and doing. If you know how to decipher this here, if you do not, you will be lost because that's what it is designed to do. It's designed to have you worshiping outside of yourself. And you are not supposed to do that at all. The Most High lives within you, worshiping and waiting for a Savior, and you are your own Savior. Selves. Save yourselves. You know, they play with these words. Save yourself. You gotta know how to save yourself. It's a maze. It's a game. It's a game. It's a real game they play. I ain't just talking. I ain't just talking. I promise you, I ain't just talking. It's a whole game they play. They got man. You better get into that Black's Law book. That Black's Law book. Cause that learn that legalese. Learn it. Learn that legalese. That's why they say it's not their fault that you are ignorant to the law. Ignorance is no excuse to the law. You heard that before, I know. That's why you better get into that Black's Law book. Get into it. Get you one. I want to show you, huh? I'll show you. While we're even here, let me show you this thing. Right here. I'm here. Get you one of these, right? Get you one of these. This is, you may not be able to find this edition, but I don't, man, I wouldn't give a fuck what edition you find. Get you one if you can find you one because it's got legalese. And you need to know legalese. Understand that, please. Legalese. Hmm? You're going to need that because it's terms and things that they use in court and in other places, in contracts, and in all all kind of things that you need to know so you don't get taken advantage of. This is what happened to a lot of these rappers that I'm talking about. You shouldn't be following. They don't. You think they want to mislead you? No, they have to. They've been paid, and if they don't, they lose their souls. They sold it. They sold it for the money, for the cake, the cotton. That's also in the beginning of the shit. Money is cotton, baby. It's cotton. It's made from cotton. Come on, there. Money is cotton. Come on. Turn on. Turn on, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay. We went there. We went up out of there. We're going on cotton now. Cotton. Oh, no, we're going on money. Money, money, money. Not cotton. Money. What money is made of. Let me see. Money. Money's made of. Let me put it in. Money. Money made. Fine. Man. No, hold tight, y'all. I got y'all real quick. Cause I got, this is one I got to prove to you before we jump into the rest of my own mix, and we're gonna talk about the. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about the Monopolies, the Monopoly, the Monopoly tribe. We gotta talk about that. But I gotta take y'all here first, right? Because I want you to realize what money is made out of. You're you're working for the fucking cotton. Money is made out of money. U.S. currency paper is composed of 25% linen, which is also a form of cotton, 75% cotton. I didn't write it. I didn't. You can, if you, I don't know. Let me put this here. You might not be able to get it. You might not be able to see it, but guess what? I'm gonna put this on CapCut, and you'll be able to get it. You get it? Because I'm gonna let you see the picture. I'm gonna download the picture. Okay, that's how we gonna do that anyway. Right? Let's go back to the Monopoly. The Dangerous Monopoly. Monopoly. And dangerous. Uh-oh, I'm spelling wrong there. And then dangerous people. Yeah, find it. Okay. I had a picture on that shit earlier. It's gonna be on my Google, probably. Google. I'm gonna read about it. I know I got it somewhere. It might not be here. I was looking for them somewhere. We got there because I was looking up the Chisholm Trail because Chisholm is in is in my roots, my heritage, right? So I'm trying to where the Chisholm Trail run. You know what I mean? Because I know that's got to have something to do with the Indians. It ain't got nothing to do with the fucking or the indigenous people. It has nothing to do with the um, so-called settler that they call themselves honoring Black Beaver. The or you know, Black Beaver was the Wabo that they put in place, or I should say the $5 Indian that they put in the place of indigenous people that they removed and they took out the indigenous people and reclassified them and brought in other people to say that they were these people so they could get the money in the land. And these are the things that went on. These are the things that still go on to keep you from claiming your rightful heritage. You get it? You are children of the sun. You have so many ties to this place. You have so many tribes that we were that they stole from us. They destroyed pretty much anything that you want to know, but you have thank goodness to certain people who can read or decipher certain hieroglyphs or um, petroglyphs and things, and are being able to um, show that we are the originators of this plane. Um, we built this plane. We made this plane for us, and we know how to make it back to what it is. Right. So, peace to the ones who do that. Right. Because it is what it is. Oh, before we move forward, man, before we go any forward, I want to say this to y'all who out there eating these things that's got soybean in it. I'm a chef, right? So I have to do a duty as far as that goes. Well, I got to tell you what's going to cause you any harm. Stop eating things that have soybean in it. Soybean um, takes on flavors for whatever it puts in, whatever you put it in. Um, a lot of these places are frying things in soybean oil and things because they're trying to reduce the carbon footprint. They're trying to get rid of us. They're trying to keep us from reproducing, and that's what soybean does. It shuts down your guys. It shuts down your erectile dysfunction. It stops your shit from working. So stay away from the soybeans. Stay off the soybean oil. That's just no good for you. All of them are in on it. I mean, hey, it's us against the world. It always has been, and it always will be. Period. And the reason why it is and it has been is because darkness was upon the earth. We were here first. I'm not trying to make this about uh, um, a race or anything that they're trying to make it into. I'm just merely letting you know why you have a target on your head and why there's a silent war going on. And the fact that when your boy got on there talking about let's make America great again, the MAGA, you were all running towards that like it was something to be doing. That was signification for them to start the silent war and to not make it so silent anymore. Um, because the silent war's been going on for a long time. Um, it, it's not just about the Democrats and the Republicans or the government anymore. we're doing it to ourselves as well. Like we have to stop harming ourselves and start doing better for ourselves. We got to start thinking about that. The government has done that as well. Yes, we have to uh, stay in tune with what they're doing to you, man. Keep your diet right. Try and keep your diet as alkaline as you can. I know it's hard. I know being a vegan, a vegan and a vegetarian, sometimes that shit don't be cutting it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a whole god. I like to every once in a while indulge in a little piece of chicken from time to time. Um, I'm breaking away from that because I know what that is. It's no longer chicken, and we're not supposed to even be eating meat. So I know that I'm working on being a better God. So I hope y'all on with me on the journey. But I think I pretty much talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. Uh, with that being said, y'all, stop listening to these suckers, man. Because these are Nestos, these Nellies, these fucking. I ain't even gonna say her name no more. I'm done. I don't even want to talk about her. It's just ridiculous to be wasting her stuff like that. It's just the whole guy is just it's disheartening. But anyway, peace to the guys and goddesses.